Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have our grab a drink and sit down with me and chit chat about a specific topic. I am always taking requests down in the comments that you want me to cover, whether it be questions or topics or anything very specific that I can drill into. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my unpopular opinion because I have a lot. So let's just get into it. Number one, homeschool is not cheaper than sending your kids to public school. I don't know why people have this theory that yes, homeschoolers are living their best lives. Let's not be real here, or let's not be fake here. We are living our best lives as homeschool families, but it comes at a cost. Curriculum costs money, and planners and activities and science and experiments, and there is a lot of cost that goes into things, anything extra that we're doing as our kids are doing sports and involvement there. Like, we are paying extra. It's not necessarily through the school. Granted, I know there's costs involved with doing school sports as well, but it's not cheaper by any means. It actually costs quite a bit of money, but there are several ways that you can budget out and make your homeschool work for you. You don't have to get the $500 curriculum package. You don't have to buy all the books. You can utilize the library. There are tons of ways to make homeschool affordable to you, but I would not say that it is cheaper than public school. Number two, kids do not need to socialize every day. There's that myth of socialization in homeschool, and people think that we have to plan something every single day or get our kids together every single day with somebody, and that is just not the case. If they're socializing with you, they are still socializing. Don't pick yourself apart if you have a busy schedule and you just can't get to it. Obviously, the more that they're around their friends and other kids is a plus, but don't beat yourself up. They do not need to socialize every day. Think about the kids in public school. They don't get to socialize every day. They don't get to just sit there and have endless conversations with each other. It's not like that. Number three, not every parent can homeschool. For the love of God, stop telling every single person on the planet that they can homeschool their kid, because not everyone can. You have to be in the right mindset. You have to, first of all, be willing to either A, leave your job, or B, stay home, and all of that pressure is on you, and some people just can't handle that. Some people can't take on the pressure of knowing they're responsible for every little thing for their child, or say their child has extreme needs that are met better in a school environment. Say that you really need to work. Don't let people pressure you into thinking that you have to quit your job to homeschool your kid. If your life depends on your income, don't do that. It's okay if you don't want to homeschool your kid. Your kid will be fine. It's okay if you don't want to send your kid to public school, but you also can't homeschool. Like, you like the idea behind it, but you just can't. It's just not possible for your family. That's okay too. There's so many pressures out there. Don't let anyone pressure you into making the wrong choice for you. You know yourself best, and you know your children best. Just saying. Number four, standardized testing can be useful. I know, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one. But think of all the testing that they do in schools. I'm not talking about that kind of testing. I'm talking about the testing that is going to show you where your child is at academically. There are a lot of tests out there that can help you figure out where you want to be within your family, even if you don't want to benchmark them by grade level. You could just kind of figure out where they are, where they need help with, and it could really help benefit if your child is struggling in an area that you may not have seen as much. These tests help point those things out and help guide you in a direction that you may want to go. Or if you're in a state that has big requirements, these tests may help you to keep on track and to make sure your child is getting all of the information they need to pass those tests within your state requirements. So I find them very useful. We do not utilize them in our homeschool, but I am not against them. And I think a lot of people are, because we think public school testing, we don't have to do that because we're homeschooled, but they're fine. Number 5, homeschool is more stressful than public school. Let me tell you, I understand the stresses of public school and essentially it being out of your hands. Sometimes communication with teachers can be stressful. The drop-off lines, the tight schedules, the busy schedules. But homeschool is literally everything. We are in charge of everything. We have their academics to not only plan, but to teach, but to keep up with. We have to constantly flow through our own knowledge and keep on our toes so that we're able to continue to homeschool. It's super, super, super important to figure out what you're doing, to know what you're doing, to utilize all the resources and tools and go on all the field trips and incorporate all the fun, because to me homeschool is about fun and having the things that a normal school setting would not allow her to be able to do. So it can be very stressful because it's all on you as the parent. You have to parent, you have to be mom, you have to be teacher, you have to be nurse, you have to be a mediator, you have to be planner, you have to plan all the play dates, you have to be consistent in all of those areas for homeschool to work. Number 6, technology is okay in homeschool. I have said it, I have said it, I have said it. A lot of people are anti-screens, and I totally get it. My child is one of those where we cannot be on a screen for too long before our behavior sets in. But I have noticed that when I incorporate screens when it comes to learning educational things, like educational games, we play Prodigy. We use it for research and resources. It is completely beneficial in that way. So technology is okay. Number 8, just because they're homeschooled doesn't mean that they always perform better. There are kids who are going to struggle no matter where they're at, if they're in public school or if they're at home with you, and that's okay. Not every kid needs to be this A student or have this high exceptional bar in front of them. Sometimes they may have struggles, whether that be on the spectrum or any type of learning disability. So it's okay. And even if they're not every kid is going to like school, and sending them home to homeschool isn't going to change the fact that they may not like school. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't, but not every kid is going to just love school. And that's okay. Number 8, curriculum hopping is not bad. I say this in a sense of when you have to find what works best for you, curriculum hop all you want until you hit that sweet spot, girl, because it is completely necessary to not just nail yourself into one curriculum if it's not working, because there are lots of options out there, and don't think you have to go from page 1 to page 300 and every single page in between. Be flexible, be accommodating, and figure out what works best for your family. Also, all-in-ones are not that bad, guys. I know we started, a lot of people who start out using curriculum start out with it all-in-one because they're trying to figure out what to do and how to do this homeschool thing. And a lot of times all-in-ones get so much hate, but honestly, I think they're a great tool and a great resource for any homeschool family. And essentially can be time-saving, time-saving, money-saving, because they're not out there buying multiple things, or it takes time to go through multiple different books as well in homeschool. Number 9, you do not need a dedicated homeschool room. I know it's really easy to be on social media and see all these pristine homeschool rooms and spaces, and their walls are filled with everything. There's themes, and you don't need any of that. I know people who sit at their kitchen table. I know people who homeschool in their hallway. I know people who homeschool on the floor of their living room, at the table. I know people who homeschool at Starbucks. You do not need a designated space to teach your child. You need a pencil and a pen or a notebook and whatever book that you want to use. You need nature. There's so many ways to homeschool your kid. Don't think that you need to have a dedicated, pristine, luscious looking space. That's social media, and half the time it is not as perfect as they all make it out to be. Lastly, it's okay to prioritize you. Please, please, please prioritize you. We are home all the time with our kids. This is the journey of hardship. This is a good, fun journey that I wouldn't take back a million times, but you have to prioritize yourself. Don't think that just because you're a homeschooler, you have to do all the things for your kid. Please do the things for you too, because you deserve to be pampered. You deserve to have breaks. You deserve to have your own personal time, because we're home all the time with them. We need that me time. Anyways, I hope any of these resonated with you. Let me know down below. These are just my unpopular opinions, and I have an opinion, so I'm allowed to share it. If you disagree, cool, that's fine. But I'll see you in my next video. If you have any questions you want me to tackle, leave them in the comments.